Are you trying to recover from problematic porn use? The decision to quit probably feels like a huge weight. It's tough, often lonely and frustrating. And we get that. We often think of quitting as something that happens overnight, but recovery is rarely a straight line. It's full of ups and downs. Today, we're going to walk you through what porn recovery really looks like. It's not a quick fix, but a journey that moves through different stages. Our goal is to help you understand what to expect so that the path ahead feels less overwhelming and you feel more prepared. Let this video be a reminder to not be so hard on yourself. You're not alone. Let's dive in. Pathway to transformation. To better understand how people make real, lasting changes, we turn to something called the trans-theoretical model of change. It's been used for years in addiction studies to show that recovery isn't a one-time decision, but a journey through 6 different stages. If you're trying to quit porn, knowing these stages can help you see where you are and what's coming next. Pre-contemplation. Quitting addiction isn't about stopping cold turkey. Recovery often begins long before you even realize it. In the pre-contemplation stage, you don't see a problem. Porn feels like a quick escape, helping you cope with tough days, loneliness, stress, or feelings of inadequacy. It offers relief, distracting you from deeper emotional struggles, boredom, loneliness, or anxiety. But maybe over time, you start noticing things that feel off. The relief that porn once provided doesn't feel the same. That's when you start wondering, is this really helping me? This subtle shift in thinking is what leads you into the contemplation stage. Contemplation. In the contemplation stage, things start to get clearer. You're noticing how porn is affecting you. Maybe it leaves you feeling anxious, disconnected, or guilty afterward. Your overall well-being and relationships with others might suffer as well. You're thinking about cutting back, but the idea of quitting still feels overwhelming. And that's okay, there's no rush. This stage can last a long time. Right now, you're gathering information and reflecting on what's going on, and that's an important part of this process. You're beginning to see the whole picture, and it's completely okay if you're not ready to make big changes yet. Preparation. But once you do feel ready, you've reached the preparation stage. Here, you're starting to map out how you'll actually do it, and this is huge. You're taking the time to figure out what needs to change and how to avoid the things that trigger you. Many times, triggers are all those lonely, anxious, and shameful emotions. And in today's digital age, erotic content is all over the place. And that's why it's totally okay if preparation takes time. This is about setting yourself up for success, not rushing into it. Every step here counts, and this process is all about finding what works best for you. Action. After you've prepared yourself for the next big step, you're in the action stage, and this is where the work happens. You're taking real steps, whether it's blocking sites, reaching out to a therapist, or joining a support group. It can be a stressful time, so having a solid support system is very important. We know that it might feel embarrassing to openly talk about porn addiction, but it doesn't mean you can't find support. Some online platforms, such as Reddit, have big and caring communities for those dealing with this issue. This stage can feel intense because it's a big shift, and adjusting to life without porn can feel strange or even empty at first. Don't worry, that's completely normal. The key is to find new ways to handle stress or boredom. You may start a new hobby, journal about your feelings, exercise, or try mindfulness techniques. Once you successfully use those coping strategies, celebrate your success. You've made it this far, and that's something to be really proud of. Maintenance. In the maintenance stage, it's all about sticking with the changes you've made. You've built new habits, and now the focus is on keeping them up. But this can be tricky, especially when life gets stressful or old habits start calling you back. It's important to stay mindful of your triggers and lean on those new coping strategies you've been practicing. And now that you've managed to abstain from watching, you might be feeling so relieved. Maybe you notice boosted confidence, increased happiness and motivation, and less anxiety and stress. Every day you maintain this progress is a victory. Relapse. Sometimes relapse happens, and when it does, it doesn't mean you failed. It's just part of the process. We know it's not easy, and some studies show that your brain on porn is similar to those who are dependent on substances. And that's why this journey can have setbacks, and it's important to remember that this isn't the end of the road. Relapse is a chance to learn what didn't work and try again, maybe with some adjustments. What matters is that you keep going. You've done it before, and you can do it again. So which stage do you think you're currently in? Share your thoughts if you're comfortable in the comments below. And don't worry if you occasionally find yourself slipping back to a previous stage or feeling stuck. That's all part of healing. What matters is that you're making an effort. We believe you can do it. Thanks for watching and take care.